Well, good morning and welcome to Thirlmere. It is Tuesday the 10th of November 2020, and although England is in lockdown, we're still permitted some exercise, and today me and Wookie's come out Thirlmere and we're going to go up a familiar looking place to some people, Raven Crag. So,
looking very misty on top.
Yeah, it was sunny, we've come out. So just penny today, Monty is having a little break at home with my mum, so I thought because it was a bit of a steep climb we'd leave him be. But yeah, hopefully the sunshine will come out. It does feel quite mild. So there's the dam, Thirlmere Dam, and we're just parked over here. So we're going to do a loop. There's a subsidiary called Ben, the Ben, if you can pick that up, the Ben Loop, which is off this track, so we're going to walk up it.
Apparently I'm in the sea on my GPS.
Is it? So you are. Wonderful power of GPS. Never rely on it. Well, there's a nice view. I only climbed 120 feet there from the car park just down there. And that's a cracking view looking down at Thirlmere from here. And we've come onto this path now. We're going to follow this up. And Raven Crag's up there. Well, I presume it will veer to the right through these trees in a bit.
We're still going to go right up the face again.
Get some proper climbing gear, no tar. That's not my cup of tea.
Not for me either.
Alright, Penny. So, we've walked up now just over half a mile. About over 300 feet we've climbed so far from down on the bottom. So just pan around, just look up there. It's quite an intimidating bit of rock, that. It really is. Zoom up there. I wouldn't like to look right over the edge of that.
You don't fancy tackling going up that way?
Definitely don't mind, definitely not. A bit of vertigo would set in, I think. See how I feel. But yeah, hoping there's a blue sky over in the distance there. I hope this cloud cover lifts a bit and turns into a sunny day.
Can't see it.
We're in the lakes, aren't we? So next stop, I'm just going to go further up and up. So even though we're on the main path heading up, this was one of the shortcuts we could have took up, a much steeper shortcut from further down. I think some people just like to take this.
Muddier as well.
Yeah, most definitely be muddier. And of course there's a, just here as well as a path which goes up probably a bit quicker, just up there. But you know, we'll stick to these forest tracks. There's clearly different ways of going up, but why go up awkward spots when you don't need to? And well, it can be slippy, so it's all about keeping safe at this time of year, really.
It's about keeping safe any time of the year.
Well, that's correct, yeah. Cracking views up here. We've just followed the track, and it was supposed to end according to the US maps. This bit's supposed to not existed, so we're going to follow this track up and see how it is. But yeah, go back round. Despite the low cloud, views are still high quality. There's Raven Crag. That's right, yeah. Very quiet. So these may have recently been put up, these tracks, who knows. There's a lot of like deer fences that have been erected as well. Pan round, there's some over here going up there, so right along. Well peaceful in this little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you just stand still you could hear a pin drop. Or you can make a loud fart in here and scare the deer. So as usual, we've taken the long route round as it's turned out. We've checked the Google we've checked the Google Maps and the OS maps. The Google Maps are showing up these paths, so we've come down off the top there and walked down. I've not been down here, so it's a really quiet area. So we're going to follow a track, and then we're going to go. We've basically came down and we're going to go back up again, so it's all good fitness, I suppose. Exercise keeps you out and about.
I've never seen anybody else take this route.
It's called the Ben Loop for a reason. some beautiful scenery on this track where we are now. We're starting to head back up again. I'd say over in that direction it'd be kind of over the tops, it'd be like Bleaberry Fell and heading back into Keswick Way. Wookie's taking more pictures of me filming. So there's a track down there which I didn't film earlier, and that heads back down to ground level, I would say. And as I speak now, we've got a hint of a drizzle. I think the sunshine's gone to bed for the day. So anyway, here we are at the gates. That will go to the top of Raven Crag. There's some steps just in the distance there. Just zooming on them, there's the steps. The gate here, and the gate, this one goes back down. Where I filmed earlier, it would have been the shortcut up this way, it would have come out, but obviously we've chosen to do a nice loop which came round here. Well, yes, we have.
Down.
So, no further ado, let's crack on to the top. So, on the steps now, good little steep climb up, a bit of panting going on.
Especially the two jackets on.
Oh, it's getting quite warm. Look back. Should be good at the top though. Oh, Penny, so we've got all these walking platforms and here at the top now. Pan back round. It's quite gut busting getting up here. These final few steps, especially when you're warm. Whew. Here we are, top of Raven Crag. Bit drizzly, but that is an absolutely spectacular view looking down at Thirlmere from the top here. Unfortunately, Wookie isn't a spectacular view looking a few metres away. See all the works going on down there by the dam still from United Utilities. It's not bad for a man-made spot, is it? Many moons ago. Not bad at all.
And we're going to be getting our water from here.
It is, yeah. Been right down here. Top notch. You see the clouds really low and we're getting this drizzle. Just wish the sun. Yes, you see all the platform here that we've just walked on. Nice. Absolute corking views. It's just a shame the clouds here, you know, we'll be looking over the Helvellyn range. But it's lovely autumn colours though, isn't it? And the trees, beautiful. So we'll have a spot of dinner in a minute, I think. The old soup's coming back out. Absolutely corking up here. Wouldn't mind coming up here in the summer when it's just like clear skies. It'd be absolutely beautiful. It's been a nice little loop, even though we've done a loop a little bit extra. We've only walked about 2 mile 20 or something like that, according to me GPS. So it's not too bad. Look at that. Just glorious. Absolutely glorious. And the clouds coming in now and a bit more drizzle. Let's a final look at the platform. We'll head back down, find some shelter till this passes. So we just stopped for our dinner here, and a bit of dinner. Wookie's talking to himself, I think. Hoping it's clearing up. We did see a hint of blue sky a few minutes ago, but now that's vanished without a trace, I'm afraid. Penny's had her dinner too, and she's lapped up our soup. So we've come back down off Raven Crag and we've turned left, took a left, and we're walking around this back track around the forest. Just not quite sure where it's going to lead to. This hopefully end up back down. We're just going to follow this track for a while. Unknown territory, not like an adventure. Well, as predicted, we always hit some sort of buffer. So we've walked to the end of the track. Back there it's a turning point, but as you can see this hasn't been used for a while, and obviously with the storms of a few years back, 2015 or so, some trees fell. But as Wookie said, it is a path matter, is it?
Yeah.
So we've got a path. We're going to take our chances through it. Oh. See how it goes. It could be quite interesting. We're getting back down. But, but yeah, a lot of trees fell down here. Well, the inevitable thing come where we're on a wild goose chase and we've come right through some forestry and some very deep mud. Penny's ended up in it, and we've obviously found a little viewing hut, deer watching hut, and that's the view from here. Clouds rolling by. We could head down through all this clutter somewhere down. Well, it's pushing a bit now. Up to 3 o'clock. We've come through the trees, an absolute pile of mud. We're both a bit on the muddy side underneath now. Wookie's a little stumble off a branch breaking on him through the trees. So yeah, we're just trying to wing it on the way down now. Back onto the Thirlmere path. What's new here, Wookie? 10 years to the day since we got caught out in the dark.
Probably battered and bruised.
So after the usual try a couple of tracks and say, oh, no, we've changed our minds. We've actually, I think this time we're on the right track. Armboth car park is down here, so hopefully this will be it. There's Wookie, he's doing alright. So we've just got to negotiate this because it looks a bit slippery underfoot. Well, here we are, safely down, just on the road, Thirlmere. We've discovered we've probably walked down this path 9 years ago, because there's a sign for Wottendaff, and we did a walk from Borrowdale into Thirlmere. It was quite a walk, didn't we? So perhaps it looks slightly different because we know some trees have been felled over the years, so that's probably the reason. We was a bit confused at one point, but we got there. So we'll. It
was looking a bit precarious for a while.
It was, yeah, but we're safely down, and it's still, the light's pretty good.
A decent path down. Really.
So this is Armboth car park. If you've watched one of my videos before, you'll have seen there's a park here before, Armboth car park, where we headed up to somewhere else, mysterious, with a roof on. Looking back down Thirlmere now. It's coming up to near 4 o'clock, I would say now. Darkness will be descending. We're on the back road. So we're just looking at some of the areas where all the trees came flying down in the storms. A lot of work's been put in here to clear all the mess and stuff. All the way along here, a lot of this road was just completely covered in smashed up trees, all sorts. It was an absolute mess. So as darkness descends now on Thirlmere, we're finally back at the car and ready to go home. Had a good walk, 6.5 miles altogether, and a dramatic hour of going through sludge, random trees and God knows what. We've navigated our way to safety. That's the most important thing. But we've had a good walk anyway, so we shall leave it at that. So, shall say, if you can say, that's goodbye from Penny, goodbye from Wookie. Where is that? Alright, Matt, did you enjoy that walk?
Well, it was a bit of a slog towards the end, like, but
it was alright.
3-star family.
Good view at the top though, eh?
Yeah.
Aye. Right, leave it at that. So, hope to see everyone soon. Stay safe everybody, and that's goodbye from me.